robots have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract, Rosie's Revenge Part 2, set in Dartmoor. And the contract ID is up on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today, courtesy of Paul Anderson, 37. So on to our briefing. Rosie has found Mr. Fernsby's master key and suspects he is spying on the female staff. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them. 4 must be eliminated as the bodyguard and 1 as the mansion staff. 2 of them must be in accident explosions, 1 of them is the mansion staff. 1 in an electrocution accident, 1 via pistol, and 1 via consumed poison. So we also have only 1 exit available. We must only get headshots. We can only eliminate our targets. No bodies must be found, excluding accidents and poisons. We cannot be recorded, and we have perfect shooter, which means we must shoot an NPC as our objectives. So for today's challenge, we will be starting as the mansion staff, and we're going to have the remote eggmetic gas grenade stored up in the bathroom, and we'll be bringing with us a breaching charge, our ever trusty lockpick, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to do a little bit of legwork first of all. We're going to set up about 2 or 3 of the kills before we begin. So there is 1 of our targets, but we need to be disguised as a bodyguard to get him. We will come back for him rather shortly. So our first destination will be Mr. Fernsby's office. So we're just going to head straight there, avoiding the entrance hall where Mr. Fernsby is probably located. He does move around a little bit on the ground floor. You do have to keep an eye out for him as he is an enforcer. So once we've lockpicked our way into here, Mr. Fernsby's office, we can grab the poison from the windowsill, and then from there we're going to make our way around the corridor and into the kitchens, where we will encounter another target who needs to be as a bodyguard. Again, we will come back for him. We are currently here for the propane cylinder, and we are going to place this propane cylinder in the entrance hall. So again, we need to be aware of where Mr. Fernsby is. He's over on the far side of the room. So we're just going to place the propane cylinder on the floor relatively near to our target on guard at the bottom of the stairs there. And again, we will come back to him later. From there, we're going to make our way over to the storage cupboard and collect the car battery sitting on the shelf. And we're going to deliver this over to the bathroom by the pool room where young Mr. Carlisle is located. So we're just going to leave that there behind the door for now. We'll come back again for that later. So 1 more trip to the kitchen, and this time round we're going to grab the final propane cylinder in this area. And with this we can now start the adventure. So our first target will be out in the garden area. I think he's the only one currently outside. So we're going to make our way through the lounge living space area and out through the rear doors here. And if we look down the stairs, we see a housekeeper having a cigarette. So we're just going to throw our propane cylinder down there. That will distract him, and when he goes back to his cigarette, he will blow himself up. But we've thrown the propane cylinder a little too far, so we are going to have to retrieve that and try it again. Let's try from a bit closer. We want it to just sort of stop around by his feet somewhere. So I think that is much better. Oh, that is perfect. So when he relights up, he will go for a quick flying lesson. and we got quite a bit of distance there and a bounce. Oh, nice. So that's our first target taken care of. Next thing we need to do now is get ourselves a bodyguard's outfit. So we're going to return to the bathroom where we have our gas grenades stored up. We're going to overflow the sink, and that's going to get the attention of one of the guards outside. Let's just turn that off. That's also going to have the added a benefit of having a puddle on the floor in the bathroom already for one of our targets. So when the guard comes round to investigate, we're just going to follow him back into the bathroom, close the door behind us, crouch down, render the guard unconscious. Remember to grab his gun. We're going to hide him in the closet provided and take his outfit. So once we've done all of that, we can now finally retrieve our gas grenade in a briefcase, which is just down by the side of the sink here, but it wants me to take the soap first for some reason. Right, there we go. So we're going to remove the gas grenade from the briefcase, return it to the briefcase, thus activating it, and then select the detonator. If we can find it, there we go. Next up, we're going to head straight for Mr. Carlisle. Come here, Patrick. Now, I actually catch him at a pretty bad moment. He's just started moving as I hit the detonator. So, hopefully we've got him there, and I think we did. Yep, so he is going to waste no time at all, and he's going to head straight for the bathroom, which is good for us as we are already there waiting for him. So when he comes in, he's going to head for the toilet, and all we have to do is render him unconscious. There we go. Drag him into the now soggy puddle and carpet, collect up our car battery, and throw it into the puddle. And this will get us our second kill. So that's 2 targets taken care of. Once he has finished cooking, we will exit the room, and I think next of all we'll go for the guard at the bottom of the stairs, depending on where Mr. Fernsby is. He's actually just outside the lounge, assuming he is with the private investigator. So we're going to select our breaching charge. We're just going to approach the propane cylinder, drop our breaching charge, walk away, and detonate. There we go. So that's our third target down. We're now going to head for the kitchen area, and unfortunately, as you can see, so is Mr. Fernsby, who I have already mentioned is an enforcer. So we can't go to the kitchen. So we've missed a prime opportunity right there to poison a glass. We can't get away with it very easily otherwise. I say that now, but when we get to that point, you'll see it didn't look very difficult at all. So once Mr. Fernsby goes back to his usual routine and vacates the kitchen, we can then make our way into the kitchen. I'm going to grab that apple because I think I'm going to have to distract the server. But it turns out that both of the occupants of the kitchen have their backs to us as we arrive, so we're able to just walk straight in and add the poison. Now you may have to distract someone to get the poison in, depending on both of the occupants of this room's timing. So it only takes, again, a matter of time before our target returns to his drink and regrets it immediately. So that just leaves Mr. Fernsby here. So he is now back into his usual routine, and we need to eliminate him with a pistol. So this is not going to be that difficult. It may seem like it, but there's a hoover underneath the stairs here and a crate, and if we turn on the hoover, that will distract Mr. Fernsby. Let's just turn that off again, that's a bit noisy. We're going to hide in the crate, and when Mr. Fernsby comes to investigate, we're going to do a little jack in the box. I was planning on just shooting him straight in the head, But what we'll do instead is we will exit the box and we will render Mr. Fernsby unconscious, just so that we can get a nice clean headshot. So once he is down, we can pull out our silenced pistol and one bullet to the head. We can then quickly deposit him into the crate that we've just jumped out of, and that's all of our targets. All that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the only available exit that I'm aware of is the bridge exit, which happens to be one of my favorites and where I would automatically head for anyway. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and we're just going to get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We have met all of our objectives, including the perfect shooter. We got round that with the breaching charge, and we get our silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.